Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is GamingWithSal and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and basically talk about how Outrider has made her return here in Black Ops 4 from Black Ops 3. So for many of you guys who don't know, she was a specialist back in Black Ops 3 who obviously is back here for Black Ops 4, and we've been getting actually many different teasers that this was going to happen at some point in time, because if we look at some of the comic books that have been released by Treyarch on the Call of Duty website, we can see that in Battery's comic book, Outrider went on a mission with her and basically shows how she's also been part of the Black Ops 4 universe and was just yet to be added into the game. We also got a quick teaser from Treyarch themselves on Twitter of a GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it, that shows a person running through the woods with a bow and arrow that's very similar to Outrider's main weapon, which is called the Sparrow, which by the way is also back for Black Ops 4. So what I want to go ahead and do for today's video is basically talk about what Outrider's main abilities are, as well as their special issue equipment, and basically just give my initial thoughts about how this specialist is going to be when she comes out for everyone to play starting tomorrow. Now, if some of you guys are wondering, well, how do you have gameplay in the background of Outrider? Did you get to go play the DLC early or anything like that? Unfortunately, no. I wish I did, but I want to go ahead and give credit where credit is due, and that is that these gameplays are recorded by two YouTubers who got to go and play the DLC a little bit early, and they are Ink Slasher and Espresso, who are actually, by the way, YouTubers that I personally watch myself. And if you guys don't know who they are, I highly recommend you go ahead and check them out. I'll go ahead and link their original videos in the description below so you guys can go ahead and see their perspective as well about the new specialist. But I thought that, you know what, maybe since they went ahead and recorded this early at a DLC event at Treyarch, that maybe it would be okay to use a few clips here and there for the video on this channel. So hopefully those guys don't mind if they ever come across this video. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive right into Outrider's main ability, and that is, of course, the Sparrow. It's making a return here in Black Ops 4, and it pretty much works the same as it did back in Black Ops 3 for the most part. However, there is a new feature, and that is you can actually aim down with the Sparrow as well now, and it will allow you to actually pick off enemies from a greater distance than you were able to back in Black Ops 3. And of course, it has its explosive tip just like it did back in Black Ops 3. And I guess the main way that you can use this is to not just use it to aim towards enemies, but you can actually use it as sort of a sticky grenade, right? Or a cluster grenade, because when you shoot it at a certain part of the map, it doesn't explode right away. It takes like about a second or two for it to do so. So if you know that an enemy or a group of enemies are coming around the corner or a certain hallway, well, that's pretty much where you're going to want to aim down and shoot towards. Now, her specialist issue equipment is something that is brand new and we haven't seen before, and it's basically called a Hog Drone. Now, what happened was that I feel like that the Hog Drone was really inspired by her vision pulse ability back in Black Ops 3. However, we already know that Recon in Black Ops 4 has this ability. So in a way, I guess what they wanted to do is sort of have her have something similar to that of Recon's ability or her original ability, and that's basically what the Hog Drone is. So what you can do is that when you call on the Hog Drone, you can go ahead and manually pilot it and basically fly it to any sort of part of the map that you want and then park it. So once it's parked in that certain location of the map, what it's going to do now is basically tag enemies that run past it or in its radius, and they're going to show up as little red squares. I don't know if you guys see it in the background of the gameplay or not yet, but basically it's like a wall hack, right? And that's sort of what Outrider's ability does. Now, how long do these red squares last for, and is this ability really that useful or OP? I'm not really sure, you guys, because I would have to play with Outrider myself in order to figure that out. But from what it seems like, it doesn't seem like she would be that much of a problem or that her abilities would be that much of a problem. Let's just say that initial thoughts, I think she's not going to be as annoying as Zero was when she first came to the game, because Zero, the fact that she was able to hack score streaks within a blink of an eye, especially the higher end ones, yeah, I'm still annoyed by that. But with Sparrow, she seems like a very downgraded version of Battery, if you ask me, because I mean, of course, she still has the main weapon that allows you to explode your enemies into bits, but she's not as aggressive as someone as Battery. So I feel like that in terms of balancing, Outrider is pretty spot on in that department. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and go over before I end today's video talking about Outrider is how a lot of people will probably think that Outrider is just another recycled content from Black Ops 3 coming back into Black Ops 4. And to a certain extent, I see where those guys are coming from. I really see why they would be upset to see something like Outrider come back, because of the fact that we already had her in Black Ops 3, and if we're going to have Black Ops 4, what's the point if everything from Black Ops 3 is just going to come back to this game? But I feel like it's because of the fact that she's part of the entire storyline for Black Ops 4, and I know that's something people who tend to forget, which I don't blame them, because we have no campaign when it comes down to Black Ops 4, so I totally see where they're coming from. But there is still a storyline when it comes down to these specialists, and Outrider is actually part of many of these different specialist storylines, and she might actually have one of her own. So in a way, she does fit the Black Ops 4 universe, and it would be weird to see her not come back in some shape or form if she's part of that huge storyline that is hidden within this game. And the thing is, I'm not defending the specialist stories at all, because in a way they didn't add a storyline for Zero. They aren't probably going to add a storyline for Outrider in the sense that we're going to get cutscenes for them, and that the specialist stories is actually going to keep continuing in terms of these cutscenes. So in a way, it's like if they did really care about the storyline that's hidden within, you know, multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout, they would be, you know, trying to push that out just as much as other different content in this game. So in a way, I see where both sides are coming from, people who are happy to see her come back and people who are kind of upset to see that she got basically moved from Black Ops 3 back into Black Ops 4. So when it comes down to me, I personally don't mind as long as they bring maybe like a new specialist that we haven't seen before for the next operation. That would be pretty cool in my opinion, but if they're going to continue to just bring old specialists back, that's going to be kind of disappointing. But other than that, I'm still excited to use Outrider whenever she comes out tomorrow with Operation Grand Heist. And this is where I'm going to ask you guys, what do you guys think of Outrider from the gameplay you're seeing in the background and just her abilities? Do you think she's going to be a much better specialist than Zero is in terms of, you know, adding a new specialist, or do you think it's all right and you're not really that interested? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, but other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in today's video. So if you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links will always be in the description below, and I will go ahead and keep uploading more videos talking about Operation Grand Heist, so stick around for that. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye.